So yesterday ended up being one of the days where nothing huge happened, but somehow I still walked away feeling like I made a lot of progress. And I think that the reason is because I'm starting to notice a change in the way that I'm actually approaching life. I'm not trying to force everything anymore. All right, so check it out. Here's how my day went. So my day actually started at 3:40 in the morning. I went ahead and got up. I drove Uber from about 4 to 6. See, what I'm trying to do is something a little bit new. So instead of trying to make all of my Uber money in the afternoon, what I've been doing is kind of splitting up the shifts. So the goal is basically in the morning that I just hit $50. And then I come back in the afternoon and I make another 100. Now, originally I started doing this because I wanted to make up for the money I lost at the casino. But after doing it for a couple of days, guys, I've actually realized that I can put this into my schedule. And I actually like this schedule. Now, the funny thing is it doesn't even feel like extra work because really I was already kind of waking up early anyway. So the only real adjustment has just been going to bed a little bit earlier. So I'm going to bed around like 8:30, 9:30, like 10 o'clock tops. And honestly, I think that's one of the best improvements I've made as of late. Now, if you remember in one of my other videos, I was talking about how basically I was just starting to feel discouraged and feeling a little trapped by, some of the choices or the life that I'm living right now. But looking back now, I kind of honestly think I just was exhausted. Like once I started kind of getting better sleep, I actually found myself feeling better again. And it's amazing how sometimes we don't have a motivation problem. It really might just be a sleep problem. Now, after Uber, I went on ahead and I went to the gym. Now, I'm not gonna lie about it. I really didn't feel like going. Like for whatever reason, I was like kind of dragging my feet that morning. But once I got there, I was glad I actually did. And I even added a few tendon strengthening exercises. Because basically I watched this video kind of talking about how stronger tendons help you build strength over the long term. So I figured, you know what, hey, that's something that I would like. So let me go ahead and give that a shot. Now, after breakfast, I went on and headed back home and I got ready for the trading session. Now, this is probably where I learned the biggest lesson of the day. So between 9:30 and 11, I didn't get my setup. Like it just did not show up. Like the market was basically, it was moving bullish the whole time. There was no like gaps or anything that I can really look at. So everything in me wanted to find a reason to take a trade anyway. But instead, man, look, I just went on and locked the account and I walked off for a little bit. Like I just called it a day on that one. Now, here's why that actually matters so much. See, if y'all remember, I only need like $190 like to pass this evaluation account. And what I found out yesterday is that there actually isn't like no hard deadline to pass it. Like for some reason, I thought that I basically had to pass it within 30 days. And if I didn't, then the whole account got reset and everything was over. But that's not actually how it works. So basically the way it works is if the billing cycle comes around again, the account just renews and you kind of just get a reset credit on the account. So if you blow the account, you can reset it. Now, that completely changed my mindset. So instead of feeling like I had to force everything, what I realized is I could simply wait until the market gave me exactly what I was looking for. So instead of trading my evaluation account, what I did is I went on ahead and I switched over to the demo account because I was curious to see what I could make shake out of it. And something really interesting actually happened. So what I did is I kind of took a couple small losses. Now in the past, I would have just sat there and watched those small losses get bigger and bigger until it was a big number that made me emotional. Then what I end up doing is revenge trading, trying to get that money back. But yesterday, I didn't do that. I did not do that. And the most I was down yesterday was like $97. Like that was it. So every time a trade wasn't working, I'd close it out. Like most of them was like $30 little losses. I'd close it out. Then eventually the setup that I was kind of looking for, it did finally show up. And by the end of the session that I was playing into, I was up around like $200. So it actually turned out pretty decent. Now, I know it was demo money, so the money itself doesn't really matter. But what did matter was the discipline and the habits that I kind of adopted in that process. So I traded the way that I've been telling myself that I should have been trading, like, for months, guys. Like, for months, I've been telling myself I shouldn't trade like that. And that felt like a bigger victory than making money. Now, after that, I recorded yesterday's YouTube video. And then I headed back out for my afternoon Uber shift. And let me tell you guys, man, yesterday was crazy. The weather was absolutely crazy, guys. And listen, like, there was so much rain on the roads where it was flooding all over Hampton Roads area. Like, it was several times where I honestly thought I was gonna get stuck driving through the water. That's how bad it was. I even had to cancel a couple rides because I just didn't feel like it was a safe spot to pick somebody up from, and so I had to cancel out those rides. But I did stay out there, and I finished the shift, hit my income goal, and I made it home safely. I'm actually going to show y'all kind of what it looked like out there in one of my clips in a second. Moving forward, the only place I really slipped yesterday was at dinner time. So normally I've been doing 2 protein shakes and 2 apples. But yesterday, I just wanted to relax, to be honest with you. So what I end up doing is I end up having a cappuccino and some cookies while I watch me a couple movies. Just wanted to wind down for the evening and chill out. Now, it wasn't the healthiest decision, but honestly, I think I just needed that mental break. And that brings me back to what I said at the beginning of this video. Guys, I'm starting to really realize I don't actually enjoy trying to work every waking minute of the day anymore. I don't like it. Like, I don't think anybody really likes that. But I do like the fact that once the work is done, I can actually sit down, watch a movie, relax for a little bit, and go to bed and get some decent sleep. And the great thing about it is that I don't feel guilty about it, because I was feeling bad about that in the past for whatever reason. I really don't even know why, to be honest. But it really is, I'm starting to realize that recovery is part of the work, guys. Yesterday wasn't exciting because I made a bunch of money. It was exciting because I actually trusted my systems. Guys, I trusted my Uber plan, I trusted my trading plan, and I trusted my sleep schedule. And when I stopped trying to force results, guys, I actually made better decisions all day long. Guys, that's the lesson that I'm taking away from yesterday. Sometimes success doesn't come from pushing harder. It just doesn't. Sometimes it comes from actually slowing down just enough to make better decisions. Now, guys, if you got something out of today's video, I'd really appreciate it if you go and hit that like button, and also subscribe to the channel if you're enjoying following this journey. Now, every day I'm documenting the real process of paying off debt, building wealth, becoming a better trader, and creating a life of financial freedom. And if you're ready to start taking control of your own finances, go ahead and send me an email at mike@thegreenorder.com, and I'll send you my free 60-day financial reset starter kit. Now, it's the same framework that I'm actually using right now to help me and other people find extra money in their budget so that they can eliminate their debt faster and actually start building real financial stability. Guys, I appreciate you all for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next chapter. God bless you all. Gone.